he took a break from ripping Connor Bedard and took a moment to praise Louis Crevier, who had a really good game. He was the second highest rated player according to HockeyStatCards.com in the game, not just of the Blackhawks, but just total. He had
a solid game.
That is you want to talk about unexpected storylines in this season? Louis Crevier is one of them. He had an assist, 2015 of ice time, 2 shots, 4 shot attempts, 5 hits, a takeaway, and a blocked shot. He's like Timu Alex Vlasic. Very big, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He just goes out there and
I was like, Solana?
Oh yeah, no, I should have said wish.com. Great value, Alex Vlasic. Is that a better way to put it? President's choice for you older people out there, Alex Vlasic. But yeah, he's playing really well, and we talked about it after the last game when you're making changes on your defensive rotation. It's Allen, which I don't love. It's Kaiser coming out. It's Brody coming out, but it hasn't been Louis Crevier. So that is a really big development. I still think, limited sample size, but man, like to see a guy put up big numbers like that on the hockey stat cards is impressive. And I don't know. There were so many hits he threw tonight that were just comical because guys just fly off of him. He's massive. And, you talk about like the physical build of him. He's not just tall and stringy and lanky like Kevin Korchinski's kind of lanky, and I wouldn't call Vlasic lanky. He's pretty built, but Crevier is as muscular as he is big. I've loved his game. I think that he's looked really, really good, and I hope that starts getting some attention because I have to pay attention now when they announce the starters. It's like my way of like, who are the fans noticing? So now your pops are always Bedard.
Of course. Yeah.
Tavo gets a pop.
Yeah.
Foligno gets a pop. Vlasic gets a pop.
Yep.
And I heard Crevier was a starter today. A little more than your average polite applause.
Just say you're one of our guys.
Yeah. People are starting to notice.
Yeah, I think that is a guy that has worked his way up. I mean, he's 7th round pick. Played a significant amount of time in the AHL, and again, as we talk about these young guys, like it'll take some time for some players to fully realize what they can be at the professional level. And Crevier is one of those guys, and he got the opportunity once Sorensen kind of took over, and maybe that was a personal preference between Sorensen and Luke Richardson for calling up those kind of guys. We saw Isaac Phillips earlier this year getting time, and then when it was time to go down to Rockford and pick up another defenseman under Sorensen, it was Crevier that came up, and I think he's worked really well. He's worked hard, and it's a guy that can, when you're that tall, it can be very hard to move fluidly on the ice, and he's not a giraffe on skates. Like, he has definitely got some good feet to him for that size, and I think that length really works well with Alex Vlasic, and it's something that Anders Sorensen likes.
We all silly like the mayor.